Act 1, The Great Migration. Let me take you back to 2021 while you were probably watching TikToks and arguing about NFTs. Something extraordinary was happening. CEOs of billion-dollar crypto exchanges, blockchain developers, venture capitalists, compliance officers, they were all boarding planes to the same destination. And they were not going on vacation. They were moving permanently. 2021 was the inflection point. You had China banning everything, the US creating more confusion with every SEC statement, and then Singapore just makes sense. They said, here are the rules, follow them, build here. For a founder, that clarity is worth more than tax breaks. What's wild is watching the on-chain data. You can literally see the migration happening in real time. Wallets moving from Chinese exchanges to Singapore licensed platforms, billions in capital flowing in one direction. I wanted to understand why, so I started digging, and what I found was a story about regulation, timing, and one of the most calculated geopolitical strategies of the first 1 century. In 2020, there were 87 registered crypto companies in Singapore. By 2024, over 400. That's a 360% increase in 4 years. To understand that, we need to go back further. 1965, Singapore gains independence. Lee Kuan Yew, the founding father, faces an impossible mission. A tiny island with no resources, surrounded by larger, hostile neighbors. No economy, no industry. But they had one thing: location, right at the crossroads of global trade routes. So Lee made a bet. Singapore would become the most business-friendly place on earth. Low taxes, minimal bureaucracy, rule of law, zero corruption. And it worked. They became a financial hub, then a tech hub, then a biotech hub. In 2020, they decided to do it again with crypto. Here is where it gets interesting, because unlike other governments, they did not just say yes to everything. The regulatory chess game. While the rest of the world was playing checkers with crypto regulation, everyone was going to extremes: total ban or total freedom. Singapore? They were playing a completely different game. The Payment Service Act in 2020 was genius. It was not permissive, it was not restrictive, it was clear. You knew exactly what you need to do to operate legally. That is what every crypto company was desperate for. January 2020, they passed the Payment Services Act, and this is crucial. This is the moment that changed everything. It's not a ban, it's not a free-for-all, it's a framework. So they have these 3 types of licenses. The very first one, money changing license for basic crypto exchange. The second one is standard payment institution for e-wallets, smaller players. And the third one is major payment institution for big exchanges handling serious volume. And here's the kicker, they actually enforce it. When exchanges did not comply, they got shut down. No warnings, no second chances. This was not a regulatory theater. This was real. But here's the genius part. They made the rules clear. Not easy, not loose, just clear. In crypto, regulatory clarity is worth more than tax breaks. See, companies can deal with tough regulations. What they cannot deal is uncertainty. Not knowing if the SEC will call your token a security next year. Not knowing if the government will ban your entire business model. The US, crypto companies were spending millions on lawyers, still getting sued. In China, they were getting shut down entirely. In Singapore, you knew the rules. Follow them, you are good. And that certainty, that became the most valuable commodity in crypto.